Good morning, everybody. This is Susan from the Art Barn Studios. It's not quite 9 o'clock yet, but I can't hardly stand it. I hate waiting. Nobody else was on. I have a couple of private coaching groups for paint parties and stuff like that, and I usually am on there early because I get too excited. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I hope that you guys are gonna pop on here. Most of you guys will watch this on the replay. So if you watch on the replay, just type replay in there so we know that you're doing that on the replay. Hey, Deborah, it's good to see you. If you're watching, tell me where you're from. If you've seen the Art Barn Studios here on the group before. The hardest part about this group, you guys, is to not get sucked in. Hey, Jamie Lynn, hey, it's good to see you. To not get sucked in, it's kind of like you start watching one video and then you watch another video and then you watch, and before you know it, you don't get anything done. The other hard part is Shelly's like, oh, okay, do a project. And there's a bazillion projects I could do. I mean, seriously. Hey, Debbie, it's good to see you on this. I forgot you were on this page. But there's so many bazillion ideas in my head, and this is what happens. I make a plan, and then I change it. I make a plan, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool. Oh, that'd be cool. You guys, so I came up with this. I was going to do this project maybe 3 years ago, and I never get it done because I'm on to the next project. So I'm like, oh, I get to do that. So I'm gonna do this with you. It is a seasonal interchangeable chalkboard that you can make out of any frame. So I don't know about you guys, but hey Laura, hey, it's good to see you. Who is obsessed with frames? I like all kinds of frames. I pick up frames whenever they're on sale, when I go to yard sales, thrift shops. The junkier, the better. I usually take out the guts. But this one was, I probably got about 6 of these when they were on a clearance at Michael's years ago, and they were $5 each. Okay, $5 each, so I got those. Then this frame I got, and it had a nasty, ugly picture in it at a thrift store, and it was $3. Look at how chunky this is. This is so cool. Look at all that detail. And so, of course, I chalk painted it, and I use it as a floating frame. So this is on my wall, and then I interchange seasonal pictures so this stays on the wall always, and then this just changes with the seasons. So fall will get slapped in here, it's on a hook. I can turn this like this on my wall and do a vertical painting to change this out for the seasons. Good morning, Anna. You do the same thing? Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, so I also, you guys, I just walked away, look. So in the thrift stores, there's the really ugly things, and in the market, world market, look at, these are those big brown chunky frames you don't know what to do with them. I chalk painted them all, and these go on my wall, and I just took them off, and I don't put anything in these. I just stack these on my wall like this. Look at how cute. You could put a little wreath in here. You could put an initial in here. You could do whatever you want. Hey, Ann Southern, it's good to see you. So frames, that's what we're talking about today. So for this project, I'm gonna show you how to make a seasonal chalkboard. So this came with glass and a mat and everything. I sometimes save the glass aside for about, 5 years because I'm gonna do something with it and never do. And so then it goes into the recycle bin. I also plan on using the mats that come in here because they're awesome to use. I never use those either. I don't know, I just set it aside. It's like, ooh, don't throw anything away, and I just get rid of them or give them away. I give them away to schools a lot. So I'm gonna peel the back of it off of this, and I cheated for the sake of time. I'm making a chalkboard out of it, taking the guts out, taking the glass out. I'm gonna put this away somewhere where I won't step on it. And you saw how dirty that glass was. This has been around here for a long time. I'm taking the mat out, which I'm gonna save for a minute, and the paper that comes in there, I'm gonna put that aside. And then these are the hooks that are on the back, so you can hang this frame up. Hey, Robin, it's good to see you on here. Maria and Lucinda, and oh, you guys. So I painted the other side. Now, when they have hooks on the board, on the other side, there's a hole. I don't worry about those. I paint the whole thing. I usually pick up real chalk paint, so any brand of chalk paint will work, and do about 3 coats, 3 thin coats. You want to build this up. I only put one coat on here to get it done for you guys. Robin, I always love seeing you on my lives. You're so sweet. I only put one coat. After I do the project, I'll probably throw another coat on top of the project. But I didn't want you guys to watch me paint a black board. So I'm taking this. I'm going to pop it back in here and not worry about those holes because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So I'm not gonna do this quite yet because I'm going to paint the frame. Now you could leave the frame like this. Marla, it's good to see you. Hey, I'd love to see my friends on here. Cheryl, hey, from West Virginia. Oh my goodness, far, far away. I love it. I'm in Southern California. It's going to be about 65 to 70 degrees today. We're getting ready to take off for the weekend. Yay. So welcome everybody. This is what I'm going to do. So I could leave this like this. It's kind of a goldish color, which is kind of neutral, which would be perfect for almost any home. But I'm going to chalk paint it, of course, with that distressed, with some Heritage Collection all-in-one paint. And I'm going to put it on super light. You could use any brand of chalk paint. I generally use Waverly. I like the Walmart Waverly brand, but I am out of the plaster, which is the color I normally use for all of those other frames. It's an off-white, kind of aged. I love it. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, yeah, I sort of said hi to Cheryl. Debbie, it's good to see you. So I'm going to do that. I just peeled off all the components. I'm not going to do a really good job painting this because I want it to be distressed. So I'm just going to smack this on the ground to loosen up that lid. It rolled away, you guys. Okay, so here we go. I'm not using a lot. The color that I get from Waverly at Walmart is plaster, which I like, but this was one I was using for another project, and I ran out of plaster. This one's a little bit dry. I'm going to get this wet up, and I'm just going to dry brush this. I don't even want to cover the whole thing. So can you guys see that? I'm just dry brushing it. And I like it with it just catches the rays. It leaves the other stuff underneath of it. If I get too much paint on it and I lose all that, I can take a green sponge, a scrubby, and scrape off the tops. I'm going to wet this just a little bit. I used to do, what did I used to do? Chalk painted furniture workshops in here, but it's hard when you're older. You love my shirt. I had my shirt made by tie-dye by Tasha because these are my Art Barn colors. So she custom makes these shirts for me. So I can leave that link for you if you want. Definitely. If you see me in most of my lives, I have some kind of tie-dye on because it's art. I like that it's art. You can see what a light coat I'm putting on here, and it's going to dry super fast. Now this is an all-in-one paint, so it doesn't need a sealer. But even if you used regular chalk paint, I don't seal these. It's not like you're going to be scrubbing these anytime. You're not going to be cleaning them up. They're not going to get lightly dusted, maybe. So super light. It gives it that age distressed. I'm not loading up my brush. I'm just making sure to get all these edges on the sides. And make sure I get a little bit in the edge here that will show where the chalkboard is. So I have these shirts made for the Art Barn. So they're made to be okay to get paint on it. But here, when I first got them, it's like, I don't want to get paint on it. So I wear them before I get paint on them. And then you know how when you're painting, you get inspired and you paint in your good clothes and then they become paint clothes? Yeah, that's what happens to mine. All the time. I have a nice closet full of paint clothes, of nice clothes. I don't get inspired when I have my paint clothes on. I get inspired when I have my good clothes. So I have the prettiest paint clothes. Look, that's how fast that is. Look at it. It's done. It's really big, so it's not going to show in the frame very well. But, hey, Deanna. Oh, I forgot you're in here. Deanna, it's good to see you. I hope everything's going well and Jeff's getting taken care of. That was scary. Scary. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. This is done. Look how fast that is. Done. You could do this. Now, you guys know my favorite color is this turquoise color. And so you could do this in turquoise. You could do it in pink for a girl's room. You could do any color you want. So keep that in mind. We're gonna set this aside. Now this is your chalkboard. Now if you do have hooks on the back like that, be sure to do your design with it up and down like this. Don't do it upside down, because I've done that before. That's how I know. Cover up my paint. The fun part is gonna be dolling this up. So this is gonna be a chalkboard. You guys all know that when you make a chalkboard, let me get this in water so it doesn't go bad. Where is my water? Here's water. So you guys know that when you do a chalkboard, you have to season the board. You can't just leave it black like this, unless you plan on never changing it. Hi, Mary. Mary, oh, I love watching your techniques, Mary. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Anyway, if I just start writing on this to make a design, if you try to wipe it off, it won't come off. It's called ghosting. So that whatever you write there will always be permanent. Even if you try to cover it up, it'll always be permanent. So you have to season your board. So to do that, you're just gonna rub chalk over the entire thing, turning your chalk sideways. The entire thing. This is super important, you guys. I've had people do chalkboards before and they forgot this step, and so whatever they put on their board the first time is always there. At that point, you have to, I'm probably just really noisy, you have to actually put another coat of chalk paint on it to get rid of that. Now this board has been stored in here. We had a roof leak, so this has been leaked on. So it's lumpy bumpy over here. But we're gonna just say that that adds to the character, right? We repurpose everything. I'm not about to throw this away. I could take that frame and just put it on my wall without making a chalkboard out of it, and then I wouldn't even need this board. Hey, that's all it takes to seasoning a board. Oh, thank you guys for all those and for all the hearts and stuff. So then you just take a cloth, and you're basically just getting that into all the little rivets and texture, and it creates a film on top of here. And you can see where I had water damage, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna ignore it. It's at the top of this board. And if I decide I don't like that and I don't wanna use it anymore, you guys, the best little chalkboards, if you're just gonna do a one-off, is go get the black foam core at the Dollar Tree for $1. Trace this size and pop it in your frame, especially if you're just gonna do a one-off. You probably can season that as well. It won't act as much like a chalkboard, but you can get a chalkboard effect. So if this stuff happens like right here and it ruins something, go get the black foam core, cut it this size and pop it in there and use it as a chalkboard. And it's good for kids. You guys use the foam core for chalkboards for the kids. Okay, we have this. I'm gonna do an Easter garland on the top, kind of homemade, handmade. I'm just gonna take some basic jute and string something up here. And look at what I'm doing. At the Dollar Tree, you guys saw me do this with my garland, with the carrot garland, probably last month. On this garland, I'm gonna put it up high so that these hang about right here. These are the bunnies that I showed people how to do. I showed them how to crackle paint. Look at this crackle painted one. Super cute. This one is decoupaged. So these are gonna hang up here. I'm probably gonna put that one in the middle because these are painted and crackled. And I'm just going to tie this to the back where the hooks are to hang it up. So let's do that first. Let's do that first. I'm gonna get a piece of jute, turn this over. Now you see these little hooks? These are what you're gonna hang these up on the wall with. That's what I'm gonna tie this on. You can hot glue, this is not holding a lot of weight, so you could just pull this over and hot glue it. You could probably do a sticky dot because it really isn't a lot of weight. I'm just gonna tie that over there. Bring it around the front and give it a little slack. I just want a little slack. I don't want that garland to hang far down on the board because we want to use it for a chalkboard. All right, so I'm making this short. This little board is so much fun because you can make it seasonal. These come in a pack of, they came in a pack of 8 from the Dollar Tree, bunnies. Also, it had carrots in a pack of 8. So you could put whatever you want on your garland and then change it to shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, let's see if this, yeah, this is probably too long. Let's shorten that up just a hair. Get it? There's bunnies, a hair. Let's see. Let me see what you asked me. Oops, I'm asked, okay. So do you wipe it with a wet rag to clean it to make it not so chalky before you write message? I don't. I have, when I have a big board and it's been seasoned a few times, then I will wipe it with a damp cloth, but it works better if you keep it chalky. I have a big, huge chalkboard in my house. Let me take that off. It is about 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. And what I did with that one is I just painted directly on the wall with chalkboard paint, directly on the wall. And then I took 1x3s, 1x4s, and painted and distressed them and screwed them to the wall as a frame. So I have a jumbo chalkboard in there. Super huge. And I do wipe it periodically with a damp cloth, but I don't want to get rid of all the seasoning. So there we have it. So this side right here, this probably won't ever go away because this is a damaged board. This is how it would normally, you can wipe this down even more. Look, you see the difference? I don't know if you can see the difference. But you can wipe as much as you want off, but you need to have it seasoned, definitely. Unless you plan on doing like an 8x10 and you just want a message and you're never going to change that message, then you can do it straight on the black, which works really well. I know chalk couture, you can do the chalk couture on the glass and put the glass, like paint this black, do chalk couture on the glass, and then set it over the top of it, and then it'll be nice and black. Okay, so we have this, and with these guys, I'm going to go ahead and hang them because I'm going to put Happy Easter on the board. So let's get that back down here. Get it back down here. So I'm going to hang these first with clothespins. So you guys, I always say gonna is not even a word, but I'm gonna do this anyway. So because I'm using little clothespins, you can pick any colors you want. This is how easy this is to change this out. So let's get another one, another clothespin. I have red ones. They have plain ones so that you can just keep plain ones on there. They have decorative ones, they have gold ones. Oh my goodness, they have gold ones. Gold. Okay, one more, we're gonna get one more on here. And another one of these. Pop that in there. So these bunnies were just from a previous project, which worked out really well. I didn't have to remake those. Look at how cute that is. So cute, you guys. All right, let me lift this up a little bit. Then you can see the whole thing. Look at that, look how cute that is. So underneath of here, I'm just gonna write happy, really big, or happy, really small, like right in here, and then Easter really big and put some decorative elements on there. That's all I'm gonna do. That one is so pretty. Oh, green and red. Was that the paint for the decoupage one? Okay, so the decoupage one was just the plain wood underneath and I put a napkin on it. And then this one, I painted brown and then I put glue on it and then I put teal on top of it, my favorite color. All right, so there we have that. So what we're gonna do is, I don't measure. If you're into measuring, you can get out your ruler and measure so that all your letters are the same size. I'm going to wing it, but if you do the measuring, you can take and make your letters all the same height, put tape on there, like this is how you're gonna use tape on this. You'll take your tape, put it on your clothes, make it not sticky because you don't wanna peel this off, and then put your tape on here to line it up. But I don't do that. I don't do that. I just freehand it. And then I can erase it, right? Because it's a chalkboard. So Easter, let's make a big E. I'm just going to do a light outline. And I'm not going to make them all the same size. If I can spell Easter. There we go. Nope, too big. Too big. So those of you that measure are like, Make sure that they don't come too close to the edge. My E is way too big. If they come too close to the edge, the frame is going to erase that. So that was a good practice, right? Good practice. Let's try again. This one's going to be smaller. Just a little bit changed. And this is what I'm going to do with this one. Okay, I'm going to make these chunkier. And I'm just going to color these in, maybe zigzaggy. And this is what you do with this. So I just zigzagged inside the E, and I'm just going to take my finger and rub that and ghost it out. Okay, you can make chunky letters any way you want. You can do script. I forgot the happy part. I'm going to put happy up here. I get sidetracked when I'm doing these on the lives. I just go. Okay, I'm just getting some chalk in here, and then I'm just going to ghost it out. You can leave it with lines. You can actually do, let's see, we're going to go up like this. Let me do this one, and then I'll show you with the T. Okay, so with the T, you can leave your lines like this and leave the hash marked lines. Super cute. There's no wrong or right. When I'm doing it on my own, I just do it super fast like this. Just scribble in there. Scribble, scribble. Your scribbles should probably all look about the same, because when you rub this out, it doesn't take it all out. All right, we've got the R. Now you can take a stencil and lay the stencil over this and trace the letters on a stencil so that they're all even and pretty. Look at that, cute, cute, cute. Did I spell it right? Did I spell it right? So here's Easter. I'm going to take a little sprig and put down here, little springy sprig. I could put little circle flowers in here. And when I'm doing this upside down and backwards, they're never even, so don't worry about that. A little springy sprig down there. You can use colored chalks. At the top, I could put Hoppy Easter because they're bunnies. So Hoppy Easter would be super cute. What do you think about that? And then we're going to pop it back in the frame. Now the frame should be almost dry. Let's see. It's pretty much dry. It has these little tabs back here. You're going to make sure they're all opened up. And you're going to slide that back in. Let's see what it looks like. It's going to be a snug fit because I have the jute. We're going to pop it in there. Make sure it's up and down, right side up. I have a little bit of wet paint, so I'm going to just hang on to it with my paper towel. Oh, look how cute. This is a little bit swollen because of the damage, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. All right, I think we got it. Yes, yes. And then you're just going to take those little pins on the back. You guys have all seen those in the picture frames. And just fold those over tight. It doesn't have as much stuff in between, so you're going to have to push those down pretty far. All the way down. We're just going to call that good for now. But look how adorable. Look at it. And so every holiday, all you do is erase that. Hey, thank you, Anna. I'm glad you like it. I love it. It's just one of those things that if you have a leftover frame, you don't know what to do with it, You want something that's seasonal because we don't have time to decorate our whole houses anymore. This could be your vignette. This is your vignette. And then when you change it, you just change out either the clothespins, and you can put shamrocks on here, or hearts, or family pictures, Christmas bulbs, whatever, you guys. Make it your way. You can make this to where it's tighter and you have more chalkboard room down there. You can do it straight across. You can put it in the middle. You guys have fun with this. Really do what you like. I also have a frame. So you guys have all seen Sugar Hill Art Studios. She did the paper flowers, and I get these little frames from, where do I get them from? I get them from Walgreens, and they're the cutest little frames, and you can paint them the same as you can the other. And I'm gonna take that out. This is white. I would paint it black. Let's get some black on there just for fun. Black or silver or turquoise. Hey, Teresa. So I'm gonna paint that black super quick with the leftover chalk paint on my brush. Susie shortcut. I'm not using it for a chalkboard, so it's just gonna be black paint. Basically done. And I'm going to put it back in that frame without the glass. Let me make sure I get it in there right. Without the glass, so it's just a black frame with a black background. And then the flowers that that Amy Callan Murray showed us with the Sugar Hill Studios, I made one of those flowers, and I'm just going to put a sticky dot and put that in there. And you can set that on your dresser. Look how cute that is. Super cute. Thanks, Anne. So that's our craft for today, is repurposing old frames. So this is the one where you can make a chalkboard. If the frame doesn't come with a back, you can get, let's look at this. If you have odd size frames, so this is an odd size frame. Okay, it came just like this. I got it for $1.25, I think, at a thrift store, and painted it. And what I would do is measure the inside section, measure in here, and go get, I'll go get some black foam core board from the Dollar Tree and cut it out and pop it in there. And you could do the same thing with that. You can also do this as a, let's see, where's my picture? As a frame to hold your pictures. Look at any of those frames. And you just leave it on the wall, and then these change out. So let's say you go to 50 million paint parties, which people have come to 50 million paint parties at the Art Barn, and you have 50 million of these, and they're all under your bed. Now, if you put one of these on the wall, you can take the seasonal ones out, because a lot of people like to come for Christmas, Valentine's Day, for all the seasons. Then take out your seasonal one and just trade out the floating frame. You don't have to even move this. Just put a push pin, and just change this out. Easy peasy. So much fun, you guys. So that was my little Easter. Look at, I just love this. I'm gonna go hang this up. And it has the little hooks already to hang it up. Cute, cute, cute. Now, if I was doing this on my own, I probably would have spent more time with it. I may have measured, yes. I don't usually measure, but I may have measured. I may have looked up the word Easter in different fonts to do a different font. So you guys think outside the box. So think of these guys. Another thing I thought of, because my mind is like that. Look at, I made little pink pom-poms, and you can put little pink pom-poms on their little bottoms. And I love sticky dots. These sticky dots come from the Dollar Tree, and I put them in a lot of my paint kits when we do multimedia. Okay, so you put a pop dot, a little sticky dot right on its tail, and I can make them all little fuzzies. Look at how cute that is. The ribbon and the dimensions, all those little things make a difference. So I think I have another one around here somewhere. I was gonna show you how to make them. You guys wanna know how to make those pom-poms? Most of you know how to make them. Give me some of these if you need to know how to make a pom-pom. Because I can show you real quick. Only, I think most of you guys know how to make them. Most of you know how to make them. So another pop dot is gonna go on this bunny. Look at how easy that is. I love the pop dots. and they stick. They're like that sticky stuff on the back of your credit cards. Look at that. Isn't that so sweet with a little pink tail? I love it. Now you could hang a bunny facing this way, a bunny facing this way, and hang a carrot in the middle. I mean, hang carrots over the whole thing. You can hang your kids' pictures. You can put letters or alphabet on here. Yes, that pink tail is so cute. I'm going to make another one real quick or I will forget, because when I get on to the next project, I forget. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just taking 2 fingers and wrapping this around loosely about, oops, where are you? Wrapping it loosely about 20 times. And I was making them earlier, you guys. How many of you guys, after everything that's going on, realize that you use your mouth and your teeth more than you thought you did, like to tear things open and to, like, I'm tying this right now, and my natural instinct is to hold on to one piece with my finger and pull the other piece with my teeth. But I can't do that anymore. Okay, so look, I just tied that right in the middle of that pom-pom. I'm gonna do a knot, and then you're just gonna slip your scissors underneath every loop, all the loops, and just cut the loop in half. So you don't have any more loops. We used to make pom-poms all the time as kids. We put them on everything, on the ends of our hair bows, you name it. Okay, so you're gonna have a little mess. So it's gonna be a messy, frayed little guy right here. And all you're gonna do, I'm gonna move this out of the way or I'm gonna get a mess everywhere. Okay, so all you're gonna do is hold on to the strings that you tied it with and just trim it up. The more yarn you use, the more times you wrap it around, the thicker it'll be. But I knew I was making a really short one, so it didn't need to have a lot. And you're just gonna trim around it until you get it the size that you want. Just cut the little stray ones off. You'll see if you have a little area that's sticking out too much. And then sticky dot that. I'm gonna cut the back off, fluff it out. Let's pom-pom everything. Let's pom-pom everything. Yes, the pink tail, it makes it, every time you add something, it makes it. I was gonna put beads on here, but it was gonna make it too heavy, so I didn't. Look, I lost my bunny. The bunny's on the floor. Okay, let's get the bunny back. We're gonna put the sticky dot right on the back of the bunny tail. It will never come off because these are like, you know, that stuff on your gift cards. Cute little bunny. All right, let's get it back on there. So go to Hobby Lobby. They have every color under the sun of clothespins. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They have polka dot ones, they have gold ones, they have, you name it. You can buy little wood pieces already made, so you don't have to paint these and decorate them. You can just buy them at the Dollar Tree. You can just buy anything, seriously, and change these out every month or every week. So I hope you guys like this. I'm off to a 3-day weekend. Yay, so happy. I need to get out of Dodge. We've been on lockdown for so long. We just need to go for a drive, definitely. So happy Easter, everybody. Have an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you here in the group. I'll be in here next month. I may be in here sooner than that, so I'll let you know. All right, you guys, talk to you later. Bye.